Hello, Sagittarius. This is AD with kayxztarot, and I'm going to be doing your energy update for January-ish, guys. Shout out to Britt, one of the clients who I got a personal reading from literally this morning, and she was just like, where's the Sagittarius reading? And I was like, it's coming. So here it is. Shout out to her. Thank her in the comment section for being on my ass. Okay, give me that Sagittarius energy being on my ass. So here we freaking are, guys. So let's get into what to expect. Let's just see what Spirit has to say. All right, Ace of Pentacles, great energy to start out with. Great grounded energy, looking forward to new opportunities, and opportunities that lead to long-term stability. The Ace of Swords, oh my gosh, new, okay? But I'm also hearing Sagittarius too, with the Page of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups. I'm getting with this energy, you're in a space where you really have to depend on your intuitiveness to kind of cut through the clutter. That's what I just heard. Like, you're cutting through a lot of clutter currently. And that's why the Ace of Pentacles is with the Ace of Swords, because this is all about, how do I get to that new beginning? How do I follow my passion? How do I go forth? And I feel like some of you guys, there's a little voice in the back of your head that perhaps you need to let grow into a full-blown woman, or whatever the freak, that is with this Page of Cups energy here, because I feel like there's a lot of options coming towards you moving forward, and it's just a matter of figuring out, where is it that I'm supposed to go? Where is it that I stake my claim? Where do I plant my flag is kind of what I'm getting. And there is an answer somewhere in there, right? Okay, so we had the Five of Wands to the Five of Pentacles. So certainly conflict in money, financial issues, could be coming from other people. Just a lot of back and forth, a lot of tug and pull. And I feel like this is probably on a lot of, on all fronts, Sagittarius. But I love this Five of Wands, because the next card that came out was the Six of Wands. So you come out on top, whatever it is, specifically if you're in a work environment and there's just a lot of ego and confrontation. It really is to get you to move. There's a cause to move. There's a cause for action here. Yeah. And then we have the Two of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So maybe perhaps there was a decision that has been, Sagittarius, what you've been avoiding. You haven't wanted to actually start something. You see, it's kind of like you see the vision, like you see where you want to go, you see where exactly you're headed, but you're afraid to make that first step because there's a lot of worry. And exactly this is why I play with these cards, hon. This is why I do this, because that's exactly what I was saying. It's a fear of taking that leap of faith. And I think the fear comes from really not knowing, really having to trust your instincts and your guides and these messages, and have faith in not only the universe, but have faith in yourself that you are able to interpret the universe and the way that it means. And that is going to come from your own secret language with Spirit, which is a beautiful thing that you are really learning how to, I just heard, you're really learning how to form a vocabulary between you and Spirit in order to manifest what it is that you're looking for, Sagittarius. But I do sense that there's a lot of hesitation and a lot of fear. And of course, I'm sorry I started shuffling, but it doesn't matter, because there we go with the Four of Cups and the Hangman. Like, there's a stagnancy because I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't want to make a decision, even though you know that there is a decision to be made. The Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is like, she put herself in this bind. There's nothing stopping her. If she would just remove the blindfolds from the situation, she would be able to see clearly that she can walk through those swords. And nothing is actually posing a threat to her except for her willingness to remain ignorant. And that's the tea, sis. That's the tea, Sagittarius. Is there a willingness to remain ignorant because of fear to make a decision, to actually step forward? Baby. But let me tell you something. And shout out to Britt again. Let me tell you something. If you don't make a decision, the universe will make something for you. The Tower moment basically is you're going to be confronted with the inevitable. So you can either be ahead of the horse, or you can just go along for the ride. And Sagittarius, you're always down for a ride, but is this a ride that you really want to be down for? Is this one that you really want to sign up for? When I'm telling you, if you don't make a decision, if you don't move, if you don't act, then it is going to lead to a Tower moment. That is fact. Are you actually going to change course? Or are you going to do something else? Or are you going to stay in this vibration that you're in right now with this Eight of Swords? Because you're going to move. You have to move on, you know, and I'm being called to the Eight of Pentacles. There could be a new start in work, a new fresh beginning, but I'm more so being drawn to 8, infinity. You know, 8 is right over the Magician's head. It's fate. So we're messing with fate right now, okay? But we do have the Ace of Wands, the Chariot, the Page of Wands. I love this. The Wheel of Fortune, and to the Ten of Swords, my friend. I don't think I've ever seen such an ending that is going to happen. And I feel like you are already pretty aware of what that is, or you're sensing that something's about to happen. I feel like a lot of people are going to be, particularly my new viewers, they're going to be like, you know, I was drawn to this video because I felt like something's going to happen. I know something is going to happen. I just don't know which direction it's coming from. And I'm here to tell you, you're correct. Something is about to happen, but I'm not about to tell you where it's going to come from, because it's something that you've probably been trying to avoid. But there is a new beginning that's coming, regardless of if you're on board or not. You can either be here in the chariot, in the seat, or you can feel like you're being dragged behind the universe as it kind of takes you on this, again, wild ride. So Sagittarius, I feel like that's really on you, not to stay in like this floating energy, and really do your best, yes, Queen of Swords, to make a decision and act. We have the Nine of Wands here and the Four of Wands. So there's a decision here to fight for stability, to fight for some sort of groundedness. For some of you guys, it might be to fight for a marriage, to fight for something that's already there, fight for a home. It's a little specific, but I do feel like either you're going to, and I just heard, either you're going to sit it out or you're going to dance. I hope you dance, Sagittarius. I hope you dance is like literally what I just heard. Huh, whatever that means to you, whatever that means for you. Here we go with your energy. There's an elevation here, and that's also confirmation, Sagittarius, that I feel like, yeah, there's just a choice to be bound. I'm being pulled, especially to the sword energy. With the Chariot, there's just something, it's just like you can get out of this. It's not the end. It's really not the end. It's just like maybe you have to do something that it's not the end, but there's something that you have to do that you're scared of. But once you finally commit to doing it, you're going to ascend with the Temperance card. All right. And then we have the Two of Pentacles there. That's harmonious change and also shifting currents to the Page of Wands. Excuse me, to the Queen of Wands. So this juggling act, this balancing act, and there we go with the infinity sign. Fate is having its way. Fate is having its way with what you've manifested. And if you've been trying to manifest some pinnacle energy, some stability, that I feel like you're going to have to take some sort of risk, some sort of leap of faith. The Page of Swords to the Ten of Cups to the Four of Cups. Wow. To the Four of Swords. So 2 4s, 44 could be very important and significant to you. And 4s are all about stability. And especially with the King of Pentacles, I feel like if stability is what you want, then if you're tired of fighting the same battle, I'm getting with this Page of Swords, if you're tired of swinging the sword and you're not practicing with anybody, then it's time to look for some new. It's just time to, you're not going to get what you want in the same hilltop. You know what I'm saying? I get this energy of like, you feel like perhaps you're playing by yourself. You know, you're like, I'm playing by myself. And it's like, but if you want to go have other people play with you, then you have to exit the situation. You have to take a leap of faith. Wow. The World card to the Ten of Pentacles. So some of you guys could be coming into some sort of abundance or just feeling secure. I feel like it's an energetic shift. It's going to come in the form of, the energetic shift happens before the financial 3D manifestation of that happens. So some of you Sagittarius have to, and I'm being again pulled to the Ace of Swords, to the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, man. Some of you truly have to give it up to the universe and let the universe run its course and help you out and guide you. But that requires faith, and that requires truly believing in your spirit that God got you, that spirit got you, that the universe is doing nothing but aiding in your ability in order to grow and in order to help you. And you have to believe that with your whole heart through these tough, difficult times, through this conflict that could be happening. Because once you're able to just live in abundance before it comes, then it's just going to kind of fall out of the sky, if that makes sense. You know, you'll start finding money, things will start happening, because that's just how the universe works. But you have to trust it. You have to trust the universe first. And that's kind of the test that you're on. And that is the leap of faith, Sagittarius. So yeah, we got the Empress coming out, the three, I was about to say 3 of Wands, I don't know why, but the number 3, and just abundance, fertility, growth. All right, but this is also receiving, manifestation. It's just like you have to trust yourself and the universe. For what you put out there, you will get back. Because we have the Capricorn and the 10 of Pentacles. Do not hinder your light. Do not block yourself from your manifestation by having negative thoughts or holding yourself to a reality that you think exists. Because we live in this 3D realm, miracles happen every day. You know, there's been times where $2.25 for that coffee that I really desperately needed was a miracle, you know. And I'm saying that and you're probably like, that's not it. But let me tell you something. Listen, $2.25 when I was living in freaking New York, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was a blessing, because at times that was all I had. And so miracles happen every freaking day. And that is on period, okay? And so if you can start expanding what miracles mean to you, then you'll start seeing the miracles happen tenfold, if that makes sense, for your energy. Because I feel like with all this Capricornian energy here, this is the world. You know, the devil represents the world. It represents the 3D realm, the temptation. And so Spirit is really asking you to stand strong and do not be distracted by the obstacles that the world presents to you, because they're going to be obstacles. If you got everything that you needed, you know, right off the rip, you wouldn't really appreciate it. Spirit's not dumb. Trust me, Spirit's not dumb. They're like, if I just hand you everything you want, then you're really not going to appreciate what I got going for you. And so now's the time to appreciate the journey, appreciate how it manifests, appreciate the surprise of it all for some of you guys. All right, so we have the Hanged Man, Justice, and the Emperor card. Interesting shift. Let me see if I can get some more cards. All right, so for some of you, Divine Masculine, there has been some stagnancy, I feel like, in the connection, or some sort of miscommunication, or some, you know, this is on so many fronts. There's been an energetic halt to a Divine Masculine. And it's karmic. This was supposed to happen. But I feel like, yeah, and I'm being pulled again to the Wheel of Fortune. There was a huge shift. But it came with enlightenment, what I'm seeing with the Hangman. It freed you up in some ways, but it kept you trapped in others with the Hangman. But there was a lesson here. There was an enlightenment here with this crown chakra. That where things could have possibly been turned upside down, but it gave you the knowledge that you needed in order to understand not only is what you're looking for, but what you expect from the next Divine Masculine, if that makes sense. Because I see Justice in the Emperor being here. Could be connecting with the Libra, could be connecting with an Aries, could be connecting with the Pisces. It's all freaking here. But specifically for the Divine Masculine, I picture that this person is pretty stubborn and pretty stuck in their ways and pretty cold to an extent. But their actions have revealed to you a deeper truth. And now you're willing to, we have Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands to the 8 of Cups. So I think now some of you are willing to wait for something better to come along. And something better will come along with the Knight of Wands here. But I certainly heard like an abrupt halt. And here's the thing too, I feel like if there was an energetic exchange that was happening here, somebody decided to pull out of this. It might be some subconscious. It might be the subconscious shift where you were giving energetically a lot to a person, and now you're just like, I'm done. I'm ready to move on. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. But I just see, yeah, the 10 of Wands. I feel like there was certainly a release. Oh, yeah. Woo-wee, Sagittarius. Somebody got out of a sticky situation, or they're planning their escape. I just heard the great escape. Woo-wee. Like somebody just like is leaving, exiting a situation and moving forward. And it's happening. It's interesting because it's happening more so on an energetic plane than it is here. It's like you were giving a lot to this person. Could be a King of Cups, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but an energetic relationship where you're like, now I'm not gonna do that anymore, and it's sudden, it's a switch to this other person. Okay, so I do see the Hierophant and the Seven of Pentacles, and I'm being specifically drawn to the number 7, again, which is karma. There's just a lot of justice being served. I feel like this lesson, whatever it was to teach you about moving forward, actual teamwork, actual union, and it was also here to teach you about patience, Sagittarius, the Hierophant. And again, the Wheel of Fortune keeps coming. It keeps making its way to the top of the pile. All right, the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like there's a better understanding of camaraderie was the first word that came to mind, but also just a better understanding of what it is that you need in order to be successful and what you also bring to the group in order for the group as a whole to be successful. Now, that can be in work, and this can also be in a relationship, because this is all about coming together to build something that is going to last. So energetically, if you went through a situation where it was off kilter, or you learned a lesson, or you were enlightened about a certain trait, certain habit, certain thing that you don't particularly care for, now you have the knowledge to move forward with that. The 7 of Pentacles to the 10 of Wands, to not put yourself in a sticky situation like that, because you're going to be expecting more up front, is what I just heard. You're going to be expecting more up front. So we have the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the High Priestess. I feel like some of you guys are really focused on, again, not only manifesting stability, but manifesting somebody who is like-minded. I'm being, again, pulled to this King of Wands energy, which is another fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, particularly Leo. But, you know, it's just having somebody who has some understanding of how you operate, not only in this world, but also in the spiritual. And I feel like there's a wanting for just a new beginning. Yeah, there is a willingness to leave behind old habits and traits. And again, I'm sensing that this is very abrupt, you know, and that's probably what, to bring it back to the Tower moment, there just might be a culmination of all of these things that you're trying to exit. Excuse me, Sagittarius, but there's all of these, it could be a combination of all these things that you're trying to move away from, where it really just kind of gets pulled from under you, like very quickly, where you're not even waiting for this new beginning to happen. Cutting a lot of ties. There we go, moving forward to the 2 of Wands, to the Sun card, really strategizing about your future. What exactly makes you happy, Sagittarius? What is stability to you? What is, again, I hope you dance, what does that mean? And so you're really asking you and Spirit, the High Priestess, again, how can I be guided there? And going back to the first cards, it really is one of those inner channel things that you need to listen to and that you have to get, Sagittarius. Look, we do have the 5 of Cups here. This isn't a time to focus on things that you missed out on. This is a time to plan for the future. The past is the past, and leave it there. You have to cut a lot of stuff out. Yes, you had a good run. We had a good run, some of you guys, but it's not the time to focus and dwell on things that didn't work out. 5 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands. It's time to pick up your wands and be courageous as you power through this next decade of opportunities that is coming towards you. We have the King of Swords, and I need this, Sagittarius, and I'm picking up speed just because, like, I feel you picking up speed. I need this to be one of those things where you're confident and you are direct in what it is that you want, and you're not afraid to get this. A lot of Aquarian energy, Sagittarius, and Aquarian energy is a fixed sign. It's a fixed sign, and it's all about knowing. I know. That is the Aquarius motto. I know. Okay? And so now you have to know your relationship between you and Spirit and what it is that you have to get. And some things from the past are going to be left behind, while other things from the past are going to be brought to the forefront. And when I say that, I'm talking about past life relationships, people that you haven't seen in a while. You know, you're going to be losing old friends and gaining new old friends, people that you are running back into, all that other stuff. My grandma Sagittarius just talked about she ran into somebody that she hadn't seen in a while. So it's going to be very surprising, but it's literally out with the old, in with the new. And some of the stuff that is new is old. It is old, but it's a fresh look and a fresh perspective. And there we go with the Star card to the 3 of Cups. I mean, that symbolizes reunion, but this is a reunion with soul tribes. This is a reunion with new people. This is a reunion with like-minded tribalism, energetic soulmates, energetic soul tribes that you're going to be attracting and being able to walk in that space, Sagittarius. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy, okay? Yep, judgment. This is a new beginning. And again, there's a calling here by Angel Gabriel. Some people are going to ascend and some people will be left sitting right there. And you have to be okay with letting some things go from the past. Again, that Five of Cups. Now is not the time to dwell on missed opportunities. It's time to say thank you. Make, you know, I'm Catholic, make the sign of the cross, make peace with it and send it on its way, you know, and keep going about your business, because you are in the process of manifesting so much new. If you want new love, new relationships, new people, new friendships, any of that stuff that really speaks to your heart chakra, you can command that, Sagittarius. It's going to require, again, a leap of faith and understanding that the universe is working for you even when you can't see it, and trusting the process. And don't get caught up on what you know simply because it's familiar. We don't want to, you know, it's just so funny. Sagittarius, the explorers, you know, the archer, one who's willing to throw that arrow and go towards anything, is in this state of fear, to take a risk. And this is a huge, 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 huge opportunity. All right. So we have the Nine of Cups here. I love it. So it's wish fulfillment. I feel like whatever it is that you're afraid of, it could turn out better than you ever would have thought. We have the Hermit to the Death card, a huge spiritual transformation that's happening deep, deep, deep down, because I feel like for a lot of you guys, this has been a decision that you've been toying with for a long time and been afraid to happen. So when you finally commit to this new beginning, it turns out so much better than what you could have even dreamed of. The Eight of Wands, you're going to be able to move forward. The Strength card, so much passion, so much power, and so much ferocity as you start to move forward into this next chapter. And I think it's because you're done. I feel like you King of Swords again, you know, be done punishing yourself by putting yourself in situations that you don't need to be in. The Lovers, it's time to make a decision. You're at a crossroad, okay? And we have the Two of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles. And this is the last card of the deck. And to me, this is just really, 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 really speaking on choose you. Unite with yourself. You have to marry those two parts of yourself that you've been trying to run from, in a sense, Sagittarius. And I don't think that this was anything that was intentional. I just think that there was just so much fear and being limited in your own perspective as far as that you could see. And because of that, you were unable to look at the bigger picture or whatever. It's just like you've kind of fixated on this one detail that you're nervous about, and you've let that kind of dictate your decision-making process. But there's a decision that has to be made, and it's one of those that either you're going to be a part of it or not. The universe is doing its part to make sure that you're going to move forward regardless. So again, I hope you dance, Sagittarius, so you can avoid kind of like the inevitable shift that's going to happen. But yeah, so that's what I got for you as far as like the tarot. So now I'm going to look into your oracles. Ooh. And thank you again so much for your support. And please, please, please do not forget to check out that description box below on information on how to book a personal reading with me. You can follow me on Instagram. I have issues on Instagram posting, but I really do want to use Instagram, but I just have not been able to master the Instagram TV, and it's driving me nuts. But please follow me over there. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, that information is in the description box below. So I hope to hear from you, Sagittarius. Okay, so the cards that we got are Here and Now and Serendipity. I love this, and I love this depiction of this egg. Again, a lot of fertility, hatching, all right? And things are just going to start falling into place. It's going to, as if luck is on your side, Sagittarius. That's why I'm just like, please, 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 please trust the universe that is working for you and not against you. Because right now, I feel like the universe is insulted. Like, you know, have I let you down before? Why are you getting scary now? Like, when have I let you out to dry? And now you don't trust me is kind of what's happening. So it's creating like this friction within yourself because you know it to be true. So we got emotions are running high, and I'm being again caused to the Death card because this is a huge transformation that you are in the midst of, Sagittarius. Could be connecting, I was about to say, could be connected with a Scorpio of some sort. And we have communication is key. Work through your fears, meditate and contemplate. So I like this because you're really having to use, again, your intuition to water signs. You're really having to use that divine intuition in order to make it to that next phase, okay? And with this Gemini energy, communication is key. This is, do not be afraid to ask questions, and also do not be afraid to speak your fears. Don't be afraid to, if this is like something medical for some of you guys, don't be afraid to really ask and get into that nitty gritty just because you're scared of the answer, Sagittarius. You know, I feel like there's going to be a pleasant surprise where maybe you might feel like, man, I can't believe that I took this long to do this anyway. Like, I thought this was going to be a totally different situation than it was, and I'm kind of, I don't even know why I've taken this long to do it, or taken this long to understand myself in this way, if that makes sense, or see what it was that I was actually scared and fearful of. But that's not an energy to stay in. It's an energy to acknowledge and move forward with. Again, I'm being drawn to the Eight of Wands. So this is all about forward movement, Sagittarius. Please make that decision that it is that you are afraid of, to just go ahead and pursue what it is. And again, do not be afraid to ask questions. Do not be afraid to do your research. You like gathering information. You know, why not gather information for something that will help you in the long run? Woof, that took a minute. So we got Raccoon, Inventor. Decide on what you really want. These cards crack me up. Decide on what you really want. You have the ingenuity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You have many roles and can juggle them well. Okay. And I'm also being drawn to this butterfly as far as the transformation taking place. Please understand that you might have to get clever with the solution to this problem, and do not hesitate to ask Spirit to guide you through this decision, because you just have to really listen to that voice and don't doubt it. That is really your mission for this next chapter, Sagittarius. So good things ahead, good things coming for you. This was a really positive reading, I feel. You might not feel that way, but I feel this is a good reading. And I really wish you the best, Sagittarius, as you start to come into contact with these situations. Look at this regeneration. This is all about transformation that's happening, a big metamorphosis, which can be scary, but you will feel a lot more comfortable on the other side of it. And again, a lot more stable, all right? So that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for tuning in, and peace until next time.